Hey, everybody. For this week's How To, I thought we could talk about the Star Wars universe. And I thought maybe the perfect tool for using this would be our timeline chronological thinking organizer that we've been using. But maybe some of the things that we have to do off the bat is talk about the structure of it, because we're used to talking about this common era, before common era period of time where the last 2,000 years really matter. I think one of the first things we have to do in talking about Star Wars is get rid of that component of it, because it doesn't make sense to talk about Star Wars in that sense, because of course in this fantasy world the whole thing happens a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So what we're basically doing is just going back really, really far in time. Nobody knows how long. Let's also not lose track of the fact that the whole thing's made up in the first place. There's various tools online. I actually really like this one for kind of organizing your thinking, but there's a lot of detail in here. One thing that this timeline is showing, you have to kind of study it for a minute and realize this is the oldest and this is the most recent in the story if you're trying to watch it in order. And these 9 movies are the core Star Wars movies. Disney, in their new world of doing Star Wars, has named each of those 3 ages. But these movies right here, these are the core Star Wars movies. So it's kind of like the middle movies, the 4th, 5th, and 6th parts were made first, and the rest of the universe is filled in. On this side of the line, we have other movies, cartoons, other things. We even have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge down here, which is a Disney theme park. So this theme park now kind of fits into the chronology of the whole thing. This is really, really fun and useful if you want to work your way through a bunch of cartoons and video games and extra stuff. But that's not really my purpose today. My purpose today is to say, what if I just want to start and I don't know where to start? Well, the first place to start is with the original Star Wars movie. This is the old logo, the original Star Wars logo, before they even knew they had some big event and big cultural event on their hands. So that movie is also sometimes called A New Hope now, Star Wars A New Hope. And that movie is 40 years old, more than 40 years old. The next movie that came out after that was The Empire Strikes Back. And I think there's a strong argument that can be made that you could watch Star Wars and you could watch The Empire Strikes Back. And if you're not interested, just give up. You've watched the movies that are culturally important, and you could stop there. This is officially episode 4. This is officially episode 5. Return of the Jedi is considered episode 6, and that might be the next place to go. Now, based on what Disney has done, we're moving into kind of the world of opinion right now, but Disney has made two other shows that I think are important enough that if you don't want to watch the whole Star Wars universe, but you just want to have a sense of what it's all about, these are the ones to do as well. Rogue One is a movie that takes place in the weeks leading up to Star Wars, and it ends about 5 minutes before this actual movie starts. So Rogue One is really a fun addition to the story. And the new program about a bounty hunter called The Mandalorian that's on Disney Plus takes place about 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. So I think you can make a strong case that you could go Rogue One, Star Wars, Emperor Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then The Mandalorian, and have a really good sense of what the Star Wars universe was about without having to deal with everything. That is today's how-to on how to think about Star Wars. Chin up.